Neptune's moon Triton orbits backwards. Pluto's orbit sometimes brings it closer to the Sun than Neptune. The Kuiper belt contains icy bodies beyond Neptune. The Oort cloud is a distant shell of icy objects. Comets can take thousands of years to orbit the Sun. Meteors are visible when small rocks burn up in the atmosphere. Meteor showers occur when Earth passes through comet debris. Some meteorites contain organic molecules. The Sun contains 99.8% of the solar system's mass. The solar system formed about 4.6 billion years ago. Stars are born in nebulae. Protostars form when gravity pulls gas and dust together. The Sun is about halfway through its life. In billions of years, the Sun will become a red giant. Eventually, it will shed its outer layers and leave a white dwarf. Water covers about 71% of Earth's surface. Most of Earth's fresh water is locked in ice caps and glaciers. The deepest part of the ocean is nearly 11 kilometers deep. Ocean currents redistribute heat around the planet. The thermohaline circulation is the global conveyor belt of water. Evaporation turns liquid water into vapor. Condensation turns vapor back into liquid. Precipitation returns water to Earth's surface. Transpiration is water vapor released by plants. Infiltration allows water to soak into the ground. Groundwater can remain underground for thousands of years. Aquifers store water in porous rock. The water table rises and falls with rainfall. Desalination removes salt from seawater. Glaciers move slowly under their own weight. Ice shelves float on the ocean, but are attached to land. Icebergs are chunks of glaciers that have broken off. Sea ice grows and shrinks with the seasons. Fresh water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius, salt water slightly lower. The density of water is highest at 4 degrees Celsius. Some lakes never mix top to bottom, meromictic lakes. Internal waves travel within the ocean, not on the surface. Seiches are standing waves in enclosed bodies of water. Tidal bores are waves traveling upriver. Some deserts have hidden underground rivers. Wetlands filter and store water. Coral atolls form from sinking volcanic islands. Estuaries mix fresh and salt water. Brackish water is a mix of both fresh and salty. Mangrove roots stabilize muddy shores. Some seeds can survive thousands of years before sprouting. Desert plants store water in thick tissues. Some flowers close at night, nyctinasti. Some flowers track the sun's movement during the day. Epiphytes grow on other plants without harming them. Air plants absorb moisture through leaves. Some plants mimic the appearance of stones. Venus flytraps close when trigger hairs are touched twice. Pitcher plants trap insects in slippery chambers. Sundews use sticky tentacles to capture prey. Mycorrhizal fungi connect plant roots underground. Some trees share nutrients through root connections. Bamboo can grow over 3 feet in a single day. Baobab trees store water in their trunks. Certain alpine plants grow cushion-like to conserve heat. Some desert flowers bloom only after heavy rain. Leaves can have waxy coatings to reduce evaporation. Trees in windy areas grow shorter and sturdier. Some plants reproduce without seeds, vegetative propagation. Rhizomes grow underground stems for spreading. Bulbs store food for plants to regrow. Annual plants complete their life cycle in 1 year. Perennials live for multiple years. Biennials take 2 years to flower. Climbing plants use tendrils for support. Some seeds need fire to germinate. Salt-tolerant plants grow in coastal areas. Certain flowers change color after pollination. Wind-pollinated plants produce large amounts of pollen. Animal-pollinated plants often have bright colors and scents. Elephants can communicate with low-frequency rumbles. Whales sing songs that can last hours. Dolphins use signature whistles to identify themselves. Bats navigate using echolocation. Owls can rotate their heads about 270 degrees. Cats have specialized whiskers to sense surroundings. Horses communicate with ear positions. Bees can detect electric fields around flowers. Ants can carry objects many times their own weight. Spiders sense vibrations in their webs. Frogs call to attract mates and mark territory. Crickets produce sound by rubbing wings together. Fireflies use light patterns to find mates. Some fish flash bioluminescence to confuse predators. Penguins huddle together to keep warm. Wolves mark territory with scent. Bears can smell food from miles away. Migratory birds use stars to navigate. Sea turtles return to the beaches where they hatched. Salmon migrate from ocean to rivers to spawn. Arctic terns travel from pole to pole yearly. Monarch butterflies migrate thousands of miles. Some birds mimic the songs of other species. Parrots can learn human words and phrases. Gorillas use gestures to communicate. Chimpanzees use tools to obtain food. Octopuses can change skin color and texture. Squids use ink clouds to escape predators. Some snakes play dead to avoid attack. Armadillos can curl into a ball for protection. The average adult human has about 5 liters of blood. The heart beats about 100,000 times per day. The brain uses about 20% of the body's energy. Neurons can transmit signals up to 250 miles per hour. The cerebellum coordinates movement and balance. The hippocampus is essential for memory. The amygdala processes emotions. The prefrontal cortex is linked to decision-making. Blood vessels in the human body would stretch for about 60,000 miles. The skin sheds millions of cells daily. Taste buds are replaced every few weeks. Humans can distinguish over 1 million colors. Peripheral vision detects motion better than central vision. The eardrum vibrates in response to sound waves. Earwax protects the ear canal. The nose can detect even faint chemical traces. Touch sensitivity varies across the body. Fingertips have a high density of nerve endings. Pain is the body's warning signal. Endorphins reduce the perception of pain. The circadian rhythm regulates sleep and wake cycles. REM sleep is linked to vivid dreams. Deep sleep is important for physical restoration. Sleep deprivation can impair memory and focus. Yawning may help regulate brain temperature. Laughing releases feel-good chemicals. Smiling can trigger positive emotions. Stress can increase heart rate and blood pressure. Meditation can lower stress hormone levels. Regular exercise strengthens the heart and lungs. Climate is the average weather over long periods. Weather changes from day to day. The sun drives Earth's weather systems. Warm air rises and cool air sinks. Convection currents move heat through the atmosphere. Clouds reflect sunlight and trap heat. Storm fronts occur where air masses meet. Cold fronts can bring thunderstorms. Warm fronts often bring steady rain. Stationary fronts can last for days. The jet stream can shift storm tracks. Hurricanes form over warm ocean water. Tornadoes are most common in spring and summer. Flash floods can occur with intense rainfall. Droughts happen when rainfall is below normal. Wildfires can create their own weather. Heat waves are prolonged periods of high temperature. Cold waves bring sudden drops in temperature. Polar ice reflects sunlight and helps regulate climate. Sea level rises as glaciers melt. Greenhouse gases trap heat in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide levels have risen significantly in recent centuries. Methane is a more potent greenhouse gas than CO2. Volcanic eruptions can cool the planet temporarily. Solar activity can influence climate patterns. El Niño events warm the Pacific Ocean. La Niña events cool it. Coral bleaching occurs when ocean temperatures rise. Ocean acidification results from excess CO2 absorption. Planting trees can help absorb carbon dioxide. Earth orbits the Sun at about 67,000 miles per hour. The Moon orbits Earth once every 27.3 days. Lunar phases are caused by sunlight hitting the Moon at different angles. A solar eclipse occurs when the Moon passes between Earth and the Sun. A lunar eclipse occurs when Earth passes between the Sun and the Moon. Total solar eclipses can last up to 7.5 minutes. A blood moon appears red due to Earth's atmosphere scattering sunlight. The Moon always shows the same face to Earth. Tidal locking. The far side of the Moon is not always dark. Mercury has no atmosphere to retain heat. Venus has a thick, toxic atmosphere of carbon dioxide. Mars has 2 small moons, Phobos and Deimos. Jupiter has at least 95 known moons. Saturn's moon Titan is larger than Mercury. Uranus has faint rings. Energy can change forms but cannot be created or destroyed. Mechanical energy combines kinetic and potential energy. Thermal energy comes from particle motion. Chemical energy is stored in bonds between atoms. Nuclear energy is stored in atomic nuclei. Electrical energy comes from moving charges. Light energy travels in waves. Sound energy moves through vibrations in matter. Work requires a force moving an object. Efficiency measures how much energy is converted to useful work. Gravity accelerates objects at 9.8 meters per second squared on Earth. Momentum is conserved in closed systems. Force can change an object's motion or shape. Pressure increases with depth in a fluid. Archimedes' principle explains why objects float. The adult human brain has about 86 billion neurons. Neurons communicate via electrical and chemical signals. The spinal cord relays messages between brain and body. Reflexes can occur without involving the brain. Blood is about 55% plasma. Hemoglobin in red blood cells binds oxygen. White blood cells are part of the immune system. The spleen filters blood and stores white blood cells. The diaphragm is the main muscle for breathing. The alveoli are tiny sacs where gas exchange occurs. Capillaries are the smallest blood vessels. Arteries carry blood away from the heart. Veins carry blood back to the heart. The lymphatic system returns fluid to the bloodstream. Hormones travel in the bloodstream to target organs. The hypothalamus links the nervous and endocrine systems. The pituitary gland is called the master gland. Adrenal glands release adrenaline. The pancreas regulates blood sugar. The liver produces bile to help digest fats. Kidneys regulate fluid and electrolyte balance. The urinary bladder stores urine. The cornea helps focus light onto the retina. Cones in the retina detect color. Rods detect low light levels. The cochlea in the ear converts sound to nerve signals. The vestibular system senses balance. Taste buds detect sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. Olfactory receptors detect airborne chemicals. Skin receptors sense pressure, vibration, and temperature. Earth's tilt causes the seasons. Equinoxes occur when day and night are equal in length. Solstices mark the longest and shortest days of the year. The tropics receive the most direct sunlight year-round. Polar regions can have months of daylight or darkness. Trade winds blow toward the equator. Monsoons are seasonal wind shifts. The intertropical convergence zone is a band of rising air near the equator. Cyclones rotate counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere. Cyclones rotate clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Tornado Alley in the US is prone to severe storms. Hailstones grow as they are lifted repeatedly by updrafts. Thunderstorms form from warm, moist air rising. Lightning can strike from cloud to ground or cloud to cloud. Heat lightning is distant lightning, seen but not heard. Microbursts are sudden, powerful downdrafts. Blizzards have strong winds and heavy snow. Ice storms coat surfaces with freezing rain. Dust devils are small, rotating columns of air. Waterspouts are tornadoes over water. Fog can form when warm air passes over cold ground. Radiation fog forms on clear, calm nights. Advection fog forms when moist air moves over cool surfaces. The Beaufort scale measures wind speed. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in air. Dew forms when surfaces cool below the dew point. Frost forms when water vapor freezes directly. Atmospheric pressure is measured in millibars. High pressure usually brings clear skies. Low pressure is often linked to storms. Force equals mass times acceleration. Work is force applied over distance. Power is work done per unit of time. Energy comes in many forms: kinetic, potential, thermal, and more. Kinetic energy depends on mass and speed. Potential energy is stored energy. Heat flows from warmer to cooler objects. Conduction transfers heat by contact. Convection transfers heat through fluids. Radiation transfers heat through electromagnetic waves. Friction resists motion between surfaces. Drag resists motion through a fluid. Lift allows airplanes to rise. Thrust moves objects forward. Momentum is conserved in collisions. Pressure is force per unit area. Density is mass divided by volume. Archimedes' principle explains buoyancy. Pascal's law governs fluid pressure. Bernoulli's principle explains lift in wings. Refraction bends light entering a new medium. Reflection bounces light back. Diffraction bends light around edges. Interference combines light waves. Polarization aligns light waves in one direction. Magnets have north and south poles. Electric current is the flow of electrons. Voltage is the potential difference driving current. Resistance opposes current. Ohm's law relates voltage, current, and resistance. Prime numbers are divisible only by 1 and themselves. Even numbers are divisible by 2. Odd numbers are not divisible by 2. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Negative numbers are less than 0. The decimal system is base 10. Binary code is base 2. Pi is an irrational number. The golden ratio appears in art and nature. Probability measures the likelihood of events. Statistics analyzes patterns in data. Geometry studies shapes and space. Algebra uses symbols to represent numbers. Calculus studies change and motion. Symmetry is balance in form. Tessellations are repeating patterns that cover a surface. The Mandelbrot set is a famous fractal. Exponential growth increases rapidly over time. Logarithms are the inverse of exponents. Ratios compare quantities. The sun completes a rotation every 27 days. The Earth's axis slowly wobbles over 26,000 years. Precession. Some stars are older than the Milky Way's spiral arms. Red giants are dying stars that have expanded enormously. White dwarfs are remnants of stars like our sun. Some stars end as neutron stars, incredibly dense. A pulsar's beams sweep across space like a lighthouse. Globular clusters contain hundreds of thousands of stars. Open clusters are younger and less tightly bound. Planetary nebulae are shells of gas from dying stars. Star colors indicate temperature. Blue is hottest, red is coolest. Binary star systems can exchange mass between stars. Some stars orbit black holes. The solar wind is a stream of charged particles from the sun. Sunspots appear in cycles lasting about 11 years. Coronal mass ejections can disrupt satellites and power grids. Mercury experiences extreme temperature swings. Venus spins backwards compared to most planets. Mars has the largest canyon in the solar system. Jupiter's Great Red Spot is a centuries-old storm. Saturn's rings are made mostly of ice particles. Uranus rotates on its side. Neptune has supersonic winds. Pluto has a heart-shaped region of ice. Some moons are geologically active. Europa may have an ocean beneath its icy crust. Enceladus ejects water vapor into space. Titan has rivers and lakes of liquid methane. Comet tails always point away from the sun. Some asteroids are rubble piles held together by gravity. Ocean tides are higher during full and new moons. Spring tides occur when sun and moon align. Neap tides occur when sun and moon are at right angles. Ocean gyres circulate currents across entire basins. The Gulf Stream moves warm water from the tropics northward. Cold, dense water sinks at the poles. Upwelling brings nutrient-rich water to the surface. Coral reefs thrive in warm, shallow seas. Kelp forests provide habitat for marine life. Mangroves trap sediment and protect coasts. Sea ice reflects sunlight, helping cool the planet. Icebergs form from freshwater glaciers. Salt water freezes at a lower temperature than freshwater. Waves are driven mostly by wind. Swells can travel across entire oceans.
Rogue waves are unexpectedly large and dangerous.
Tsunami waves slow and grow taller near shore. Ocean trenches mark subduction zones. Hydrothermal vents support unique ecosystems. Some deep-sea fish produce their own light. The midnight zone begins about 1,000 meters deep. Pressure increases by 1 atmosphere every 10 meters underwater. Marine snow is organic material falling from above. Plankton are the ocean's primary producers. Phytoplankton create much of Earth's oxygen. Zooplankton feed on phytoplankton. Jellyfish drift with currents. Sharks must keep water moving over their gills. Whales migrate between feeding and breeding grounds. Dolphins hunt cooperatively in pods. Life likely began in the oceans. Cyanobacteria were among the first oxygen-producing organisms. Multicellular life appeared over 600 million years ago. The Cambrian explosion saw a rapid increase in diversity. Trilobites were early marine arthropods. Ammonites had spiral shells and lived in ancient seas. Dinosaurs ruled Earth for over 160 million years. Birds evolved from theropod dinosaurs. Mammals remained small until after the dinosaurs' extinction. The earliest whales had legs. Horses evolved from small forest-dwelling animals. Saber-toothed cats had long canine teeth for hunting. Giant ground sloths once roamed the Americas. Megalodon was the largest shark to ever live. Human ancestors walked upright over 3 million years ago.
Neanderthals were close relatives of modern humans. Homo sapiens originated in Africa. Humans migrated out of Africa over 60,000 years ago. Agriculture began about 10,000 years ago. Dogs were domesticated from wolves. Cats were domesticated in the Fertile Crescent. Horses were first domesticated on the Eurasian steppe. Cattle descended from wild aurochs. Maize was domesticated in Mesoamerica. Rice was domesticated in Asia. Potatoes were first cultivated in the Andes. Written language developed independently in several regions. Early cities arose along fertile river valleys. The wheel was invented over 5,000 years ago. Bronze tools preceded iron tools in human history.
The oldest known rock on Earth is over 4 billion years old. Fossilized raindrops have been found on ancient lava flows. Stromatolites are living fossils. Microbial mats billions of years old. Coal is made from ancient plants compressed over millions of years. Some mountains were once the ocean floor. Amber can preserve DNA for millions of years. Petrified wood retains the shape of trees, but is entirely stone. Trilobites roamed the seas before dinosaurs existed. The Himalayas are still rising today. Ancient glaciers carved many of today's valleys. Fossilized pollen helps scientists reconstruct ancient climates. The Sahara once hosted lakes and rivers. Dinosaur fossils have been found on every continent. Ice cores contain bubbles of air from prehistoric atmospheres. Earth's continents were once a single landmass. Pangaea, the oldest known tree, lived over 5,000 years ago. Coral reefs can be older than human civilizations. Meteorites contain minerals older than Earth. The Grand Canyon reveals over 1 billion years of geological history. Some desert rocks walk slowly across flat surfaces, moved by ice and wind. Fossilized leaves show bite marks from ancient insects. Mountains wear down over time, but can also grow taller. Limestone is made from compressed marine organisms. The Earth's crust floats on a molten mantle. Fossilized fish have been found on mountain tops. Gold formed in ancient supernova explosions. Every rock holds a timeline if you know how to read it. Volcanic ash layers serve as time markers in the geologic record. Some stones sing when struck, ringing rocks. Human artifacts have been found preserved in volcanic ash. Oxygen makes up about 21% of Earth's atmosphere. Iron is the most common element in Earth's core. Carbon is the foundation of all known life. Water is a compound of hydrogen and oxygen. Gold is chemically inert. It does not tarnish. Helium escapes Earth's atmosphere into space. Mercury is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature. Diamonds are pure carbon arranged in a crystal lattice. Salt was once as valuable as gold. The periodic table organizes elements by their properties. Some elements are made only in supernovae. Hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe. Copper conducts heat and electricity exceptionally well. Lead is very dense but soft enough to be cut. Aluminum was once considered a precious metal. Silicon is essential for electronics and computing. Uranium is naturally radioactive. Platinum resists corrosion in any environment. Neon glows bright orange when electrified. Sulfur gives volcanic areas their sharp smell. Zinc is essential for human immune function. Chlorine is a powerful disinfectant. Lithium is used in rechargeable batteries. Argon makes up about 1% of our atmosphere. Titanium is strong and light, used in spacecraft. Oxygen is highly reactive. It rusts metals. Bismuth is the most diamagnetic element. Tungsten has the highest melting point of all metals. Graphite is carbon arranged in flat sheets. Elements heavier than iron require stellar explosions to form. Most life on Earth is microscopic. Bacteria live miles underground. Viruses outnumber all other forms of life combined. Some microbes survive extreme heat near hydrothermal vents. Others endure freezing inside Antarctic ice. Fungi recycle dead matter into nutrients. Mycelial networks can span hundreds of acres. Some algae live inside animal cells. Extremophiles thrive in acidic lakes. Biofilms protect bacteria in hostile environments. Lichens colonize bare rock and slowly create soil. The human gut contains trillions of microbes. Microbes help plants absorb nutrients. Dust in the air contains living organisms. Some single-celled creatures have shells. Viruses evolve rapidly, in days or hours. Microbes can exchange genetic material without reproducing. Many bacteria are harmless or beneficial to humans. Fungi can communicate chemically underground. Microbes helped create Earth's oxygen-rich atmosphere. The smallest known life forms are nanobacteria. Microorganisms break down oil spills. Some bacteria can survive in space. Yeast is a single-celled fungus used in bread and beer. Plankton form the base of ocean food webs. Some protozoa hunt other microbes. Certain algae can glow in the dark. Archaea are microbes distinct from bacteria. Biofilms can clog medical implants. The smell of soil after rain comes from actinobacteria.
Humans can detect over 10,000 scents. The tongue has different regions with varying taste sensitivity. The inner ear helps detect acceleration. The brain can adapt to reversed vision over time. Smell is linked directly to the brain's emotional center. Music can reduce perception of pain. The color red can increase heart rate. Blue light can make people more alert. Touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Smiling can elevate mood even without cause. The brain processes images faster than words. The placebo effect can trigger real healing. Fear can sharpen hearing. Laughter reduces muscle tension. Eye contact can synchronize brain waves.
A familiar smell can trigger vivid memories. People tend to mirror each other's expressions. Stress can suppress the immune system. Gratitude can lower blood pressure. Anger increases adrenaline levels. Music can alter breathing patterns. Warm colors can make a room feel physically warmer. The body reacts to imagined danger as if real. Certain scents can improve concentration. Isolation can alter brain chemistry. Joy can boost immune activity. Tears from laughter and sadness differ chemically. Anticipation can trigger dopamine release. Chronic fear can rewire the brain. Deep breathing can calm the mind in minutes. The sky appears blue due to Rayleigh scattering. Sunsets are red because light travels farther through the atmosphere. Halos around the sun or moon are caused by ice crystals. Rainbows require both sunlight and water droplets. Lightning can strike the same place repeatedly. Thunder is the sound of rapidly expanding air. Fog forms when air cools to its dew point. Snowflakes form around microscopic particles. Hail forms in thunderstorms with strong updrafts. Clouds are made of tiny water droplets or ice crystals. Tornadoes form from rotating thunderstorms. Hurricanes lose strength over land. Dust storms can travel between continents. The jet stream influences global weather. El Niño changes ocean currents and climate patterns. Volcanic eruptions can create lightning. Some deserts receive less than an inch of rain per year. The highest recorded temperature on Earth is over 56 degrees Celsius, 134 degrees Fahrenheit. Polar regions can experience diamond dust snow. The aurora is caused by charged particles from the sun. Red sprites are lightning-like flashes above storms. The ozone layer protects us from harmful UV rays. Air pressure decreases with altitude. Clouds can weigh millions of tons. Weather patterns can be influenced by mountain ranges. The driest place on Earth is in Antarctica. Air can hold more moisture when warm. Temperature inversions can trap pollution. The Coriolis effect influences wind direction. Some clouds form only over cities. Urban clouds. The universe has no known edge. Time began with a Big Bang, as far as we know. Dark matter cannot be seen directly. The observable universe contains billions of galaxies. Space is mostly empty, but not void. Gravity affects the passage of time. Some galaxies are elliptical, others spiral. Stars form from collapsing gas clouds. The lifespan of a star depends on its mass. massive stars end in supernova. Black holes can merge. Neutron stars are made almost entirely of neutrons. The Sun orbits the center of the Milky Way every 230 million years. Galaxies can collide and merge. Cosmic microwave background radiation is a remnant of the early universe.
Some stars orbit each other in binary systems.
The closest star system is Alpha Centauri. Spacecraft have left the solar system. The Voyager probes carry messages from Earth. The Hubble Space Telescope has been in orbit since 1990. Some planets are rogue, drifting without stars. Supermassive black holes lie at galaxy centers. The expansion of the universe is accelerating. Gamma-ray bursts are among the most energetic events known. The Andromeda Galaxy is on a collision course with ours. Some exoplanets may have multiple suns. Light from the Sun takes about 8 minutes to reach us. The farthest galaxy detected is over 13 billion light-years away. Some stars pulsate in brightness. Gravitational lensing can magnify distant objects.